All right, we got M folks here asking me if I can find a PC around $500. I can't lie to you, man. That's a pretty tight budget, but I think I can pull it off. For around $500, I'd actually recommend building it yourself, just because you can definitely find these components for a cheap price separately. Start off with the CPU. I'm gonna say $5,500 all the way. It's honestly the best budget CPU you can find right now. I'd pair that with maybe like a B550 motherboard. You could definitely get by with 16 gigs, but if you can find a good price on 32 gigs, absolutely just take it. Make sure it's a minimum of 3200 mega transfers per second, because anything slower than that is kind of like pointless. For storage, a 1TB NVMe. If you can find a Gen 3 for cheaper, I'll go for Gen 3, no problem. And for the power supply, I'd probably go for like the Activia Prestige, 80 plus gold, 600 watt. It's ranked C on the PSU tier list. It's honestly really good for a budget build. All right, now we're getting to the good part. I do want to preface this by saying you're gonna have to get a used GPU. Now, me personally, I think in this case, I would go for eBay. I was able to find 2070s and 2070 Supers for around $130 to $160, right? And the 2070 and 2070 Super aren't terrible cards either, especially if you're playing at 1080p. If you don't want to go for the Nvidia route, you can definitely go for a 5700 XT. Still good in my opinion, and the range is like mostly around $130, $140. You just have to make sure when you buy from these sites that the seller's trustworthy. So based on what GPU you end up getting, and if you end up going with 16 gigabytes of RAM or 32 gigabytes of RAM, you're looking at around $550 for a decent budget PC. You also have the choice of just going on Facebook Marketplace. It's like a high risk, high reward type of thing though. So there's a possibility you can get even better parts for a cheaper price, but there's also the risk of getting scammed. Yeah, but I hope that helps.